Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So we're looking at calcium. First thing we do is save as many eggshells as we can and put them in the oven. Sometimes I leave them in the oven for a few days so that they dry out completely, and sometimes I put them in the oven and I bake them on low for about 30 minutes until they're dry. Either way, I put it in the blender, I smash it down really well, and I just keep adding it and blending it. Now it would be smart to put it in a bag and smash it up and then put it in the blender, but I got lazy. I just took this little regular butter knife and kept mixing it up, blending it up, mixing it up, blending it up until it came smooth. Now it looks like sand almost, but more of a powdery type of sand. It's really powdery. So then after that, I just poured it on a plate, regular old paper plate. And the reason I did this is so it would be easier to put in a bag. So I put it into the bag and I put the date on it. For the liquid calcium, it was very easy as well. You just brown up some eggshells. Don't burn them. And you grab your white vinegar and a jar, a nice clean jar. Then you get that same plate or your piece of paper, whatever you want to use, and you pour the eggshells, the nice toasty brown eggshells, right onto the plate and fill your jar up. Sometimes I take it right off the fire, right off the burner, and I put it in there hot, and I pour the vinegar right in there. Sometimes I'll let it cool. It just depends on what my time is going to allow me to do. Give it a little headspace. Don't fill it all the way up because you're going to notice these bubbles. You see how that rises? This is extracting, the vinegar is extracting the calcium. And you know when it's done, because there will be no more bubbles. I mean, you could shake it up and create bubbles, but basically you're going to notice because the bubbles will be very active. So once everything dies down, you just open your jar and strain it. You don't really need to keep the eggshells in there. I strain all of mine out before adding it to my permanent jar or vessel that I'm going to keep it in. Make sure I label the date. You can strain it as much as you like. I don't because it's going to settle. Make sure you label it. I usually put the date on there. Now you have two forms of calcium fertilizer. You have my heart, the mercy to the world.